Okay, so good day everyone. Yung topic natin for today is rectilinear motion. Continuation lang ito no nung topic natin nung last week nung December, which is yung kinematics of particles natin. So dito gagamitin natin no yung mga fundamental equations na discuss doon, such as no yung velocity, acceleration, ganun na rin no yung derivative and integration na ni-review sa inyo. Una natin pag-uusapan no is si velocity as a function of time. So, by definition, yung acceleration no, kung matatandaan ninyo is yung first derivative ng velocity natin with respect to time. O kaya naman is second derivative siya no displacement natin. Take the operation in that definition and reverse it. Thus, instead of differentiating velocity, sa halip na i-differentiate natin yung velocity no para makuha yung acceleration, pwede nating i-integrate yung acceleration natin para makuha si velocity. Then, itong equation na to no, is ibinibigay dito sa atin yung velocity time equation. If i-assume natin na constant yung ating acceleration, ito yung tinatawag natin na first equation of motion. So again, acceleration is pwede natin siya sabihin na A is equals to dv over dt. Siya po ay first derivative ng velocity with respect to time natin. Next is isolate lang natin no yung dv doon sa isang side natin. So dv is equal to a dt. Then para po makuha natin no yung is integrate natin siya. I-integrate po natin both sides ng equation natin. Wherein sa velocity natin no, yung upper limit natin, yan yung tatawagin natin na final velocity. Then, yung lower limit natin is yung initial velocity natin. Kapag sinabing ang natin is nagsimula sa 0 at rest, ang initial velocity po natin palagi no ay 0. Yun ay pag sinabi starting from rest. Then, pagdating naman sa time natin, yung lower limit natin is 0. Then, ang upper limit natin is yung time natin. Then, apply lang natin no yung power rule ng integration. We have Vf minus Vo is equal to A times T minus 0. So, alam naman natin, no, simplify natin yung equation. We have Vf minus Vo is equal to AT. Again, itong Vf minus Vo equals AT, ito yung tinatawag natin na first equation of motion. Then, nag-a-apply lang po ito na tandaan kapag constant acceleration tayo. Ibig sabihin, yung acceleration natin all throughout the system is hindi po nagbabago. Next naman po, pag-usapan natin yung position or displacement as a function of time. So by definition po, no, velocity natin is yung first derivative ng position or displacement natin with respect to time. If i-reverse natin itong operation na to, instead na i-differentiate natin no, yung displacement para makuha yung velocity, i-integrate natin no, yung velocity natin para makuha yung displacement. Itong position time equation na to is ibibigay, itong position time equation natin is for constant acceleration. And ito naman yung tinatawag natin na second equation of motion. So again, V is equals to ds over dt. Then multiply natin no, yung dt, transfer natin dito sa kabilang side ng equation natin. Then V equals ds over dt. So multiply natin no, yung cross multiply natin yung V and dt. We have ds equals v dt. So apply lang po natin no, yung V natin. Substitute natin yung equation natin kanina. So we have ds is equals to Vo plus AT dt. So, saan po nanggaling no itong VO? Bakit tayo nag-substitute ng VO plus 80 dito sa V? So, ito po no is nanggaling ito doon sa first equation of motion natin. Ang ginawa lang natin dito no, pwede kasi no sa ibang reference, yung V is equal lang yan kay VF no pagdating doon sa derivation natin. So kanina 'di ba kung tatandaan ninyo yung unang equation natin doon sa previous slide is equals to VF is equals VF minus VO is equal to 80. Transpose lang po natin no sa kabilang side yung VO para makuha natin yung VF equation natin. Then to continue, so take the integrate both sides of the equation. We have integral of ds is equal to the integral of VO plus 80 dt. Ngayon po no, lahat nung walang may t parameter natin dito sa right hand side equation natin, is pwede natin i-treat yan as constant. So sa ibang reference book po no, si ds, minsan pwede natin yan no, si displacement no as x siya no, dx. Sa iba is ds siya no, x or s. The same lang naman po yon, denotion lang naman yan. Then applying power rule of integration, S minus SO is equals to VO plus 80 times T. So S is equals to SO plus VOT plus 1/2 80 squared. Again, ito po no is kapag constant yung acceleration natin. Ito po yung ating second equation of motion. Take note po no minsan yung initial position natin no kapag 0 yung initial position natin, ang mangyayari na lang po dyan na magiging pinaka-equation na lang natin dyan is S is equals to VOT plus 1/2 80 squared. Or kapag sa ibang reference book na kung mag-review kayo, pwede nyo makita yan as X. So X is equal to VOT plus 1/2 80 squared. Again, no, yan po yung ating second equation of motion. Then next naman, pag-usapan natin no, is velocity as a function of position. So alam naman po dati no na by definition, based doon sa ating previous discussion no, V is equals to ds over dt. And yung acceleration natin is normally a derivative lang siya ng velocity natin with respect to time. So, pwede naman natin kasi siya nung i-treat as ordinary equation lang involving fractions, no, yung mga variable natin. For instance, V is equals to ds over dt, pwede natin siyang i-rearrange as dt is equals to ds over v. And yung a equals dv over dt natin, is pwede natin siyang i-rearrange para maging dt is equals to dv over a. Ano pong napapansin nyo dito? Doon, yung dalawang parameter natin, no, meron tayong dalawang value na nag-i-equal kay dt. Thus, pwede po natin gawin dito is i-equate natin sila sa isa't isa, makakabuo tayo ng ating panibagong relationship. Yan naman po no, yung ating magiging third equation of motion. So, anong gagawin natin? So, dv over a is equal to ds over v. Then, cross-multiply lang natin no, para mawala yung fraction. We have v dv is equal to ads. Then, integrate both sides. No? You apply yung power rule with an upper and lower limit of VO and VF dito sa ating left-hand side. And SO and S dito sa ating right-hand side. Take note po, no? Yung may subscript na O natin, pagdating dun sa upper and lower limit natin, no, yan lagi yung initial. Then we have, applying the power rule, we have Vf squared minus Vo squared is equal to 2A times S minus S sub O. So manipulate natin yung formula. We have Vf squared is equals to Vo squared plus 2A times S minus SO. So sa other reference material po natin, no, wala again yung SO kasi ang initial ano natin lagi, no, is at 0. Pero hindi naman po siya makaka-apekto, no, doon sa ating equation. Apply natin siya dito sa ating sample problem. Sabi po dito, an automobile accelerates uniformly from rest to 60 miles per hour in 28 seconds. Find its acceleration and displacement during this time in feet per second and displacement in feet during this time. So ano yung mga given na available sa atin? We have an initial velocity of 0. Kasi bakit? Sinabi dito, no, is nag-accelerate uniformly from rest. So pag sinabi natin from rest, ibig sabihin, ang initial velocity natin ay 0. Then, final velocity natin is 60 miles per hour with a time of 28 seconds. Ano yung pinapahanap sa atin? Pinapahanap sa atin is the acceleration and displacement. Proceed tayo sa solution. Una, sabi dito, no, is find the acceleration in feet per second. So, ang given natin is miles per hour. So, ang una natin kailangan gawin, no, is to convert yung given natin. Using yung conversion factor natin, so Vf is equal to 60 miles per hour minus 5,280 feet over 1 mile times 1 hour times 3,600 seconds. Applying dimensional analysis, cancel si miles, cancel si hour. Ang matitirang unit sa atin is feet per second. So solving using your calculator, we will have Bf is equals to 88 feet per second. Next is apply natin yung ating equation of motion. Ngayon po, no, ito is manipulated na yung equation of motion natin. So saan nanggaling itong equation na ginamit natin na to? Ito po, no, itong transmuted equation natin is galing lang ito doon sa ating first equation of motion. And basically, plug and play na lang po tayo, no, sa formula natin, direct substitution. Substitute natin yung value ni Bf, ni Vo, and nung time natin. So we have 88 divided by 28. 88 divided by 28, we have 3.143 feet per second squared. Ito po, no, take note, ito ay squared yan. Dahil yan po ay unit of acceleration. Then, para makuha yung displacement natin, apply lang natin yung ating equation of motion na x is equals to VOT plus 1/2 AT squared. So, direct substitution tayo. Ang VO natin ay 0 times 28 plus 1/2 times yung acceleration natin multiplied by time. Cancel si second squared. Cancel si second squared. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So, matitira sa atin is 1/2 times 3143 times 28. We have the value of displacement na 1,232 feet. So, ibig sabihin, yung total distance covered, no, sa pag-accelerate, no, nung ano natin, automobile natin is 1,232.056 feet. So, proceed po tayo sa ating for our next example. Sabi po dito, no, a train changes its speed uniformly from 30 miles per hour to to 30 miles per hour in a distance of 1,500 feet, what is the acceleration? Given po tayo dito ng initial velocity of 30 miles per hour, final velocity of 30 miles per hour, total distance covered na 1,500 feet, final distance po yan, and ang pinapahanap is the acceleration. Unang gagawin po natin no, is to convert yung given sa atin na velocity. Kasi ang given sa atin na distance is feet. So, apply lang natin po no, yung mga conversion factor natin. So, VO is equal to 60 miles per hour times 5,280 feet divided by 1 mile times 1 hour divided by 3,600 seconds. Cancel yung unit natin na hour. Cancel yung unit natin na miles. Ang matitira sa atin is feet per second. So we have 60 miles per hour is equal to 88 feet per second. Ganun din po yung gagawin natin no, doon sa given sa atin na final velocity. Cancel yung unit natin ng mile and unit na hour. Hours. So matitira po sa atin is yung ating converted na value ng final velocity, which is 44 feet per second. Ngayon, meron na po tayong unity of units. Pwede na natin gawin no, is i-apply yung ating equation of motion na Vf squared equals Vo squared plus 2a times S minus SO. Manipulate po natin yung formula para naka-isolate sa isang side ng equation yung S natin. So, S is equals to Vf squared minus Vo squared over 2a. So, saan napunta yung SO? Yung SO po natin dyan, no, is, or yung initial na ano natin is 0. 0 po yung ating initial na position dyan. Kaya hindi na po natin kinonsider si SO dyan. Then, manipulate natin yung formula since acceleration yung hinahanap using basic algebra. I-apply po natin na naka-isolate sa isang side ng equation yung acceleration natin. So, we have Vf squared minus Vo squared over 2s is equal to acceleration. Then, direct substitution na lang po tayo. We have, substitute natin yung value natin, 44 feet per second minus 88 feet per second, parehas po naka-square, divided by 2 times 1,500. So, apply lang po natin no, yung ano natin, values. Then, ang mangyayari po dyan, matitira sa atin is negative 5,808 feet squared per second squared divided by 3,000 feet. So, acceleration natin is 1936 feet per second squared. Correction, ito po ay negative. Negative po yung value natin. Sir, normal lang po ba na negative yung value na acceleration natin? So, ang ibig sabihin lang niyan po, no, kung nag-negative yung value na acceleration natin, ang nangyari po dyan is deceleration. Ibig sabihin, bumagal yung speed natin, which is normally, yun naman po yung mangyayari. Kasi from 60 miles per hour is nagbago siya, bumaba siya ng up to 30 miles per hour. So, ibig sabihin, no, si acceleration po is can be either positive or negative. And kapag negative acceleration, ang tawag natin doon is deceleration na. Then, for our next example, we have automobile A and B are traveling in an adjacent highway lanes. And at time is equals to 0, they have the position and speed shown in the figure. Knowing that automobile A has a constant acceleration of 1.8 feet per second squared, and that B has constant deceleration of 1.2 feet per second squared. Determine A. So, determine A is kung kailan daw po ma-overtake ni car A si B, and kung ano yung speed ng automobile natin at the point na na-overtake ni car A si car B. Kung ano yung speed nung parehas na sasakyan natin. So, identify lang muna natin no, kung ano yung mga given sa atin. Una, given tayo na acceleration ni car A na 1.8 feet per second squared. And si car B naman po, no, acceleration niya is negative 1.2 feet per second squared. Meaning, is nagde-decelerate no, yung car B natin. And then, given tayo ng velocity na given po tayo ng initial velocity ni car A na 24 miles per hour. Si car B is 36 miles per hour. And meron po tayong distance na distance between the two cars na 75 feet. So, yung una natin kailangan gawin dito no, is i-convert yung velocity natin, no, yung initial velocity natin. So, for car A, we have 24 miles per hour. Convert natin siya into feet per second using yung conversion factor natin. Cancel yung unit na miles and yung unit na R. We have 35.2 feet per second. And then, for car B naman, for the initial velocity, cancel yung unit na miles, cancel yung unit na R. 36 miles per hour is equal to 52.8 feet per second. Then, dun tayo sa motion ni automobile A. So, we have, apply lang natin yung equation of motion natin. VA is equals to VO plus AT. So, again, pinag-uusapan natin dito is si automobile A. So, wag pong malitono dun sa mga subscript natin. So, substitute lang natin yung mga values na alam natin. So, VA is equal to 35.2 plus 1.8 T. Ito yung tatawagin natin na equation 1. Then, para makuha natin no, yung distance na mako-cover using the same given parameters or values na meron tayo, apply lang natin yung ibang equation of motion natin. Para makuha yung distance, we have XA initial plus VAOT plus 1/2 AT squared. Again, wag po tayo malitono doon sa subscript na mga A natin. Kasi yan lang ang ibig sabihin niyan na pinag-uusapan natin is si car A. So again, substitute, we have XA is equal to 35.2 T plus 1/2 times 1.8 T squared. Ito naman po yung ating equation 2. Then, proceed tayo kay automobile B. So, using the same equation of motion natin, VB is equals to VBO plus AT. Substitute lang po natin no, yung given na value natin. We have VB is equals to 52.8 minus 1.2 T. Then, for pagdating sa ating displacement, we have XB is equals to XB plus VBT plus 1/2 AT squared. So, substitute lang. So, X is equal to 75 plus 52.8T plus 1/2 minus 1.2 T squared. Ito naman po na yung ating equation 4 and equation 3. Then, kapag ang gusto natin mangyari is ma-overtake ni A si B, therefore, yung T natin doon is pwede nating i-designate siya as T sub 1. So, kapag ang gusto natin mangyari no, is na-overtake ni car A si car B, so, pwede nating sabihin na yung displacement or yung distance ng dalawang car natin ay equal na. So, saan po manggagaling yung mga equations na ilalagay natin doon? Manggagaling yun doon sa mga tinalaga natin na equation. So, equate lang po natin yung dalawang equation natin. So, we have 35.2t plus 1/2 times 1.8t squared is equal to 75 plus 52.8t plus 1/2 times negative 1.2t squared. guys, critical po dito no yung negative sign natin. Kasi ang meaning again ng negative sign natin is deceleration siya, pabagal yung sasakyan natin. Kasi hindi magme-make sense no yung question natin kapag ang ginawa natin is kapag positive to, kahit anong mangyari is hindi mahihirapan maka-overtake no yung sasakyan natin, and ibang sagot yung makukuha nyo doon. So equating both sides, we have 35.2 t sub 1 plus 0.9 t sub 1 squared equals 75 plus 52.8 t sub 1 minus 0.6 t sub 1 squared. So again, no, t sub 1 is yung time kung saan na-overtake na no, nung sasakyan natin ni car A si car B, which is yung time na yon is parehas na na-o-observe nung dalawang car natin. Then to simplify, we have 0.9 t1 squared plus 0.6 t1 squared plus 35.2 t1 minus 52.8 t1 minus 75 is equals to 0. Simplify, we have 1.5 t1 squared minus 17.6 t1 minus 75 is equals to 0. Then, ang gagamitin po natin dito, no, na formula is ito yung tinatawag natin na quadratic equation. So, quadratic equation is ito po is a way ng pag-solve natin ng polynomial. Pwede kayong gumamit ng factoring method, pero diretso na po tayo dito sa ating quadratic equation. Ang kailangan nyo lang tandaan is itong formula natin na to, na x is equals to, sa ibang problem po, no, sa ibang reference, pwede nyo makita to na ito is x siya, no, denoted by x. Yun po kasi yung general rule or yung mas common na ginagamit natin pagdating sa polynomial. Wherein dito, pwede nyo naman siyang palitan kung kahit anong variable, no, yung ginamit nyo dun sa equation natin. So, yung quadratic equation natin, again, is given siya ng formula na x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Then, bawat po coefficient na yan, no, yung a, b, and c, is nagko-correspond yan dito sa value na meron tayo. Where yung a po natin is siya yung numerical coefficient nung variable natin na naka-square. Then, yung b naman natin is yung numerical coefficient nung variable natin na hindi naka-base 1. And then, yung c naman natin is yung constant natin dito, yung wala pong variable na kadikit. So, for example, ito ay 0t1 squared. So, ang a nyo na gagamitin dito ay 0. Or kung ito man halimbawa, wala itong 17.61, ang b nyo na gagamitin ay 0. Kung ito ay 0 naman, yung c nyo na gagamitin ay 0. Take note po, huwag nating kalimutan, no, yung sign na nakadikit sa kanila. Kasi maiiba po yung sagot natin dyan, no, kapag nagamit nyo is positive instead of negative. So, direct substitution lang po tayo dun sa formula natin. So, we have T1 is equal to negative 17.6 plus minus the square root of negative 17.6 squared minus 4 times 1.5 times negative 75 divided by 2 times 1.5. We have T1 is equal to 17.6 plus minus the square root of 309.76 plus 450 over 3. T1 is equals to 17.6 plus minus square root of 759.76 over 3. T1 is equal to 17.26 plus minus 27.564 over 3. Yung T1 po natin, no, is 15.055 seconds. So ano po ibig sabihin ng plus minus natin dito? Ibig sabihin lang yan na magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang value na makukuha. Doon sa unang equation, gamitin nyo yung plus. Doon sa pangalawa ay negative po yung gamitin ninyo. Sir, bakit hindi na natin kinonsider yung negative? Unang-una, time yung pinag-uusapan natin na parameter. Kung nagkakataon na acceleration yung pinag-uusapan natin, we can consider any value. Kaya lang, time, alam natin wala tayong negative na time. Kaya ang pinakita na lang dito sa calculation natin is yung makakakuha tayo or makaka-generate tayo ng positive value, which is 15.055 seconds. So, ang sagot po natin dito is 15.055 seconds. Pero technically, hindi po 15.055 kasi dito is equal pa lang sila ng distance, no? Magkatabi pa lang sila, side by side pa lang sila. So any number na after na 15.055, sabi natin 0.0551, no? Pero sobrang minimal lang naman 'yon, kaya ito na rin yung i-accept natin na answer. Kasi at 15.055 seconds is side by side pa lang sila. Hindi pa po nakaka-overtake niyan si car A. Then, ito naman, no, dito pinakita. Makukuha yung sagot naman, no, is negative 3.321 seconds. Again, sabi ko nga po kanina, wala tayong negative na time, kaya hindi natin siya iti-take into consideration. Then, from equation 2, kasi kailangan natin makuha, no, yung displacement, yung speed daw. Ang pinapahanap sa atin, no, again, no, is ano yung distance na makakapag-overtake, no, at anong distance na makakapag-overtake si car A. So from equation 2, substitute lang natin yung value ng T1 natin. So 35.2 times 15.055 plus 1 half times 1.8 times 15.055 squared. Yung XA natin is 733.924 feet. So yan po, no, yung distance natin. So pwede nyo namang gamitin dito, no, yung isang equation. Dusing naman sa XB natin, substitute nyo lang yung T1 doon, no, sa value ng T, walang problema, parehas lang yun. Then pinapahanap sa atin kung ano na yung velocity ng car natin at that time. So at T1 is equal to 15.055 seconds. Ano na daw yung velocity ng dalawang sasakyan natin? So substitute lang natin yung given na time doon sa ating equation of motion. We have 35.2 plus 1.8 times 15.055. We have 62.299 feet per second for car A. Then for car B, we have 52.8 minus 1.2 times 15.055 is equals to 34.734 feet per second. Take note, dito po sa solution ng ating material, is hindi na pinakita, no, yung dimensional analysis ng ibang natin sa ibang part ng solution. Pero as expected po, no, dapat pagdating sa solution sa mga assessment natin, sa end ninyo, no, is show your complete dimensional analysis. And dyan po nag-e-end, no, yung discussion natin for rectilinear motion. Next topic, pag-uusapan natin is free falling body and projectile motion natin. Then yung last topic natin is angular motion.